This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, hello, good morning, and welcome to the KVJ show. How you doing, Virginia?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Did you have a nice little weekend?
I did. We had a very peaceful, stay-at-home, rainy weekend.
Gosh, it was crazy how much it was. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, something's not really right.
Your microphone sounds like you're talking through a tin can with the string.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, no. So they came in over the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
And they did a bunch of work to your computer, and they changed a lot of stuff.
They did, yeah.
But apparently your microphone...
No, it's not working well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it does. Ah, jeez.
Oh, my.
I'm not sure 3 days was enough off for me. I'm not going to lie. I think maybe I should have just taken a vacation.
And this is where Kevin gets in his car and drives back home.
Yeah, maybe coming back on Tuesday was too soon. I don't know. Oh, jeez.
Should we let them work out the bugs for a week and
maybe
go down to the key? Is the keys open?
Hello? Okay. All right, let me turn this here and do that.
Okay, that sounds much better.
Yeah, I had to switch to a different mic, so I'm going to have to kind of play Twister over here to...
Yeah, you look comfortable.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Really...
Ever try to do your job facing backwards?
Yeah, maybe I will just take off today. I don't know. All right.
If you go, can I go with you?
Yes. Let's just all go. Well, Bird's not here, so...
Well, yeah, I heard him and his dog have intestinal issues.
Yeah.
Runs.
Maybe we should just take it off today. It's not starting great.
Well, they say it's going to be rainy and gross again. Can you believe more rain today?
Yeah, it's crazy. Just
we've broken like so many records this Memorial Day weekend of rainfall, and now it's not going to stop today. It's supposed to kick back up around lunchtime.
Yeah, what is going on? Is it a tropical wave depression? Like, what is going? Because it was really insane. Like, Saturday was nice, and we got out, and I'm like, okay, looking forward to the 3-day weekend, and then boom. I mean, Saturday or Sunday and Monday, just you couldn't do anything.
No, you really couldn't. And my poor daughter, she'd been begging for a jet ski, so we got her her used jet ski for her birthday this weekend, and it rained every day.
She couldn't wait to get out.
She's been looking at the forecast, and she can't believe it.
Right.
She is so hot pissed.
Like, I just got this. Like, when have we had this much rain? Like,
Mom,
back to back to back.
Mom, what the hell, Mom?
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, I don't know what to tell you. This is just Mother Nature saying you're safer at home.
That's just life. Throws a lot of weird wrinkles at you.
Look, we didn't have any problem with overcrowding and social distancing at the beaches.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I was looking at some of those videos. It was crazy. Well, places that weren't, torrential downpours. I guess maybe it didn't rain that much in Daytona.
Maybe not.
Did you see the video in Daytona?
Yeah.
The guy that was handing out the money outside of the car, and then I don't know what. Apparently, just all that strip in Daytona was nuts.
It's like a circus.
Yeah, I couldn't follow what happened because I saw like there was a shooting and 6 people had non-life-threatening injuries, but I don't know if that was related to the guy in the car or if it was just a zoo. And yeah, I mean, all over the place. This morning they had the beaches, Alabama, Gulf Shores was packed. They had Lake of the Ozarks was packed.
I saw that video. I was like, wow.
Yeah, well,
not everybody is set the same.
Well, and I think the thing for them and here in South Florida is, I lived in that part of the world for a while, and it really is, the weather's terrible there. For the most part in that area. I mean, winters are brutal, they're nasty, and so people treat it differently. I mean, in South Florida we're spoiled because we can go outside really 12 months out of the year.
You're right.
But there,
they only get like 4.
Yeah, I mean, at the most 4 and maybe 3. And so when you get those 3 months, you're sitting there saying, okay, as much as we're ready to get out, you can multiply that by 10 for them. So and especially when they're seeing the news and you can't get a straight story on.
They've been locked up since August.
Right. So if there's any kind of like, yeah, I don't know, I kind of saw this one report where it's not that bad or this or that or who cares.
You cling to that.
You cling to that, and that's the one you're going to lean on saying, well, I'm looking at this news source and they're saying that, who cares? So they go running out like crazy. So, yeah, they made the most of it.
And that video was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it on like 3 different news programs. I saw it all over Twitter. Like, that was the most documented party I think I've ever seen.
Are you talking about the one that was kind of at that, it was on Lake of the Ozarks?
Yes. And it's like a club that has like all these pools and these built-in bars in the pool. I mean, it looks sweet. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a...
It reminded me of like Club La Vila back in the day.
Yeah,
in the panhandle of Florida.
Kind of a popular place on Lake of the Ozarks. They got a couple of those, right on the... And it's got kind of that spring breaky type of feel.
I can only imagine how many bad decisions were made.
Slightly trashy, but
yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good time. So yeah, they were making the most of it. So yeah, everybody else was partying in South Florida. It was a torrential downpour, and looks like we're gonna have rain throughout today. In fact, I was kind of like
a lot of this week too, because my daughter is like, really?
Yeah.
All week long it's supposed to rain.
Looking to the forecast, yeah, it does not look like we've got any kind of relief in sight.
It keeps changing, too, because, like, yesterday it said rain every day except Saturday, and now it's saying rain every day except Thursday. So they don't know.
I looked at the forecast on Friday. Remember that? And I said, oh, yeah, it looks like 20 and 30% chance of rain. That's what they were saying.
Surprise!
For what changed? I was like...
You can't predict the weather. That's what changed.
But can you? I mean, then why do we spend so much time on these TV newscasts? I mean, I look up in the morning and every 5 minutes they're doing the weather. And if we can't predict it, then what do we do? Why do we waste that much time on it? Yeah, right now it looks like 90% chance of rain today. Tomorrow, 80% chance. And then when you get to Thursday, maybe, I don't know, even this coming weekend, it looks like 40% chance of rain on Saturday. And then Sunday looks like a washout this coming Sunday. So, yeah, the rainy season, without a doubt, is definitely here. I would assume we put a big dent in that drought we had going on. 4 inches of rain fell in an hour in some parts of South Florida yesterday.
Oh,
4 inches in an hour.
That's crazy.
The videos we saw, everybody else was partying their butts off. And in South Florida, all I saw was like flooding on Miami Beach. Brickell was crazy. Like buses were trying to get through it.
Well, they say, there's going to be more rain today, and then high tide is, I think, around just after noon. So right now is low tide.
Right.
But when it's high tide, then you got to really be careful. If you're in an area that normally floods because it's low-lying, next to water, be really careful.
Yeah, they say it's going to get to hotter, too.
Oh, great. Humid, gross, rainy.
Only people excited about this forecast are mosquitoes.
And ducks. Oh.
They're like, this is awesome.
The ducks in my
bufo
neighborhood.
Toads. Bufo toads are back. All the
Yes.
disgusting creatures that come crawling out, they're like going, now this is my kind of weather. They're all excited. Everybody else, not so much.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Were you like us over the weekend? Did you watch the match Champions for Charity? Did you watch it, Kev?
No. You know what?
Oh.
I recorded it and because I knew it was on, but I wanted to be able to fast forward commercials and all that nonsense.
Gotcha.
And I assumed they're going to have some trying to make up for some money.
Well,
but I never got around to watch. I saw the highlights, but I didn't watch any of it.
it was actually very entertaining. So I was watching it, and we were having a little ice cream party for Rocco. 'cause
Okay.
He graduated from VPK.
Oh, that's
So we had
exciting,
a little
yeah.
party for him, and it was on, and I was kind of half watching it. I like the way they did it, where they mic'd up all these players, and they're all ribbing each other, and they're all throwing disses.
Right.
Peyton Manning always has something to say say, and I love it.
He's a funny dude.
He is super funny. Tiger was kind of like, a straight guy, but he was pretty funny too. Like all of them. Phil Mickelson was very entertaining. I like hearing the behind the scenes. To me, that's fascinating, and that's what it was. I'm calling for mics on all of them.
They're doing this a lot more in different sports because people really love that concept of micing somebody up. And so wherever it makes sense, they're doing it as much as they can now.
They were doing quick edits, too. It was really cool what they were doing. So you didn't see every minute live. They would jump to quick edits because during commercial, if something funny happened, they would put it together in a little package. And you saw like back-to-back, like 3 funny little things.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I really thought it was really good the way they did it. And they ended up raising a lot of money, too. A total of $20 million for charity. It set ratings records at its peak. 6.3 million people were tuned in to watch it on ESPN.
Yeah, they say it's the most watched golf telecast in cable TV history now.
I mean, if it got me, and I don't watch really a lot of sports outside of football, much less watch golf.
Right.
So I was fascinated.
Here's a little bit of the hijinks if you didn't get to check it out this weekend.
Tiger, a chance for the put-away punch right here.
Big putt here, though. Should be a lot of break coming from his left-hand side. All about speed coming up and over the ridge.
Couldn't have a better scenario. Tiger with the putter in hand on his home course for the win.
Oh.
All right. Well, that ought to do it. Good.
Well, I still want to see Peyton knock that in. Gentlemen.
Good work, boys.
Great playing.
Can we do this? No.
Handshake.
Way to go, bro.
Tiger
Great
Woods,
job. Good match.
Peyton Manning, the winners of Capital One's The Match.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, go back and listen to the quips. I like them ribbing
that seems
each other.
like the better audio.
When they give each other a hard time, I love it.
Yeah, this is the one I think because they were making fun of Tom Brady. Tom Brady apparently was doing terrible. When I saw,
and then he just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he got, I think it was on the 7th hole, and Charles Barkley was one of the announcers, and he was kind of giving him a hard time, and then Tom Brady just nailed this really long shot.
Hey, Tom, how many shots you want? This Chuck. Come on, man. I'm going to give you some shots, man. I want some of you.
Gotta get going.
Chuck, I've been focusing on football, bro. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, man.
Ready to dominate.
I think you just made him mad, Chuck.
Oh, no, I love it, though, man. He can take a joke.
Yeah. Oh, go in! Yeah! Oh, my goodness!
You made it!
Wow!
Chuck.
Hey, man,
Chuck.
that's awesome.
Shut your mouth, Chuck. Take a little of that medicine. Get your butt out here. When the going get tough, the tough get going, boys.
Okay.
It was pretty incredible. The sports unicorn that is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Of course. When you tell him he can't do something, he just rah!
Yeah.
Monster.
Then he split his pants.
Yes, I saw that. It was adorable. Of course. In other news, Matthew McConaughey did something cool. Personally delivered a carload of face masks to hospitals fighting the coronavirus in Texas. He and his wife dropped off 110,000 face masks right before the Memorial Day weekend hit. It's just one of the many donations they have made to healthcare workers since the beginning of all of this. They were out in April. They were out a couple of times earlier this month, and then they did it again this weekend. So that was very cool. And finally here, Hillary Duff had to go on the internet and shut down some trolls. There was some conspiracy theorists accusing her of trafficking children.
What?
It all began after she posted a now deleted Instagram image of her 8-year-old son lying down naked, and followers responded like she had broken the law, and then she fired back, and then they fired back, and it's the whole thing.
She did a lot of little fire back moments. She's
Well, I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, doesn't everybody know you can't, post a picture of your kid naked, especially if you're a celebrity of her level? People are going to clap and clap hard. And it's just, I think sometimes they want it, though.
They do.
They know what they're doing.
Because they get people to talk about them.
Exactly.
What else is Duff doing other than, you know what I mean?
It's action. It's action on the social media. So there you go. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Can you tell somebody's got a new computer?
Oh, I knew about this yesterday when I was with Dennys. All Dennys kept saying was, Kevin is going to hate tomorrow so much. That's all he kept saying.
Yeah.
Kevin's already said he wants to go home.
I'm really honestly thinking about I might just go home.
He goes, Kevin's not going to be able to take this.
But you can tell my mic doesn't work either.
Couldn't even tell.
His mic is up here.
No,
Yeah, so it's just, when you're just like, okay, maybe I do miss it. And you get back, I could have taken a couple more days, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, today was not the right day to come back. Yeah, and my computer's all the way to the left. My microphone's all the way to the right.
He can't reach it.
So I can't even reach my computer, and it's doing all kinds of. Yeah,
well, this is how you get more flexible.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm just not sure if mentally I'm ready for this.
Do a little yoga stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny's kept on saying that first hour might break Kevin. He just kept on saying that first hour is going to be pivotal.
It is. It is. I might not be here at 7.
We weren't prepared for the microphone not to work.
No, that was a new wrinkle. The first one was like, okay, all right.
Computer, we knew was going to be rusty.
I kind of knew. Yeah, the mic was
the computer thing was what I got wind of, but the microphone.
The mic not working is that, well, it's because of the irony of I have to really be over the computer, which is all the way to the left, but I can't be because the microphone has to be all the way to the right.
It's truly hilarious.
So if you had to design, how could we mess with Kevin today? Put a faulty, squirrely computer all the way to the left, and then put his microphone now all the way to the right.
It kind of looks like you're playing one of those huge keyboards that have like 3 different sides.
Yeah, right.
From the 80s.
Yeah.
How many minutes till Kevin snaps?
About 3.
We've talked about it enough. Maybe it might calm him down a little bit, but
he's joking about it now.
I just came in here as like, I think a lot of people are. Like, I came in here, I'm like, I kind of, you ever feel like you need to ease back into it? It's been 3 days. Imagine you just walk into work and everything, like the biggest fire that could be going on. You're like, I'm just not mentally prepared. I'm not ramped up yet. That's kind of where we are.
I still would have it in your mind, maybe to go home.
I do have it in my mind. I might go home. Yeah, we'll see. Here's some viral audio today. This is Take on Me played on a washing machine. Gosh, we're all so bored, aren't we? We're just all so bored. All right, there you go.
You get it.
That's what we're doing, yes, in quarantine.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com. The KVJ Show mornings and the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday. 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Is this a beat remix? What? You got multiple elements playing at the same time. Because your computer is broke and so is your microphone.
So is your soul.
Don't forget you're on the wrong mic.
What's more broke, the equipment or Kevin's spirit and soul?
I'm sorry, guys. I honestly, I'm out.
Don't think we're having a show today, y'all.
No, we're not. I can't. Then my headphone jack, I can't even hear it.
Oh, Lord,
that's not
this
working.
is...
It's just, this isn't...
So you knew that there was going to be issues, but the thing that's pretty crazy is you didn't know that these other new issues were going to arise. It really makes it impossible.
Not having a mic, and then that's not working, and then the headphone pot, I can't hear. Yeah, it's just, this isn't...
Hey, you got to drive this bus, but there's no steering wheel, and the brakes don't work.
Yeah.
It would honestly, it would be like my baseball coach back in the day say, all right, Bird, I want you to go play third base without a glove and no cup. Like, okay.
It's not functional. I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, so anyway, we'll do this one thing and then I'm getting out of here. What do you got on your mind? Anything to share with us today, Jay Bird?
I have so much to share and only so little time.
You better get it all out. Well, verbal diarrhea, go.
I was getting text messages of people saying, is Chewy okay? Or did someone say that I had the runs on the air?
Yeah, we did, because you were late. You know, that's how I roll.
That's Virginia's, go-to.
I did not have the runs.
I said you and your dog had simultaneous diarrhea issues.
Yeah, that's not true, or that's not cool. But yeah, Chewy, if he's doing good, by the way. Just to let an update, I know I was crying in here about 2 weeks ago. The people were texting me, "You got to put your dog down. He needs to die." Like those kind of things. But Chewy,
not your call.
Chewy he's doing a lot better. Just this rain, his schedule is so screwed up. When I try to walk him, even if it's sprinkling out, he is not having it. So his cycle is all off. So this morning I was trying to get him up to go do his bathroom stuff and to give him his food. And he didn't want to eat right away. He wanted to chill. And I can't give him his medicine for his diabetes. Thank you, for his diabetes until he eats. So I had to wait it out till he eats. So that's why I was late. I wish I had pooping problems. That would have been a lot easier to
No,
do.
you don't.
No, that would have been a lot easier to deal with Chewy. Honestly, it really would have been. I'm not even kidding you. The other thing I do want to say, me and Dennys and his wife watched a classic for the first time. I'd never seen The Exorcist. And oh my goodness, that is a pretty darn good movie.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
So be careful. If you rent or watch The Exorcist, there's 3 different versions out there. We watched the one that doesn't have a lot of the cool parts, and it still was very good. There's this famous scene where Linda Blair walks down the stairs, this like spider crawl. Her back is all bent over. They didn't have that in this version.
Huh.
Yeah, so be careful. You want to get the director's cut if you ever watch The Exorcist.
Okay, yeah, I've heard. I saw the original, in fact, I saw a clip. They made like 3 of them, didn't they?
They did. We were very confused watching it because it didn't make much sense. There was clear edits in the movie, and a lot of times they were taking out stuff because they thought people were not going to be able to handle it.
Like it was too much.
Yeah. And if you had never seen a movie like that before, back in those times, there are some messed up scenes in The Exorcist.
Yeah, there is.
With a crucifix. It's a real weird scene with that.
Yeah, I don't mess with that.
Yeah, but it was it holds up for the creepy factor.
Right. Okay. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, we got the jet ski.
You did?
Yep.
Dang.
We ended up getting a used one from the dealership up in Hobe Sound, and then we got a 2-year warranty on it. So if any stuff breaks, I can go take it there and they'll fix it. So that gives me a little sense of security. If you buy one from some guy in Broward off of eBay, he ain't giving you a warranty.
No.
And, when you go to a dealership, too, you can make payments. Mama loves payments.
Okay.
The guy in Broward, he wasn't going to take payments.
We got a jet ski.
We got a jet ski.
It's in.
And
got a jet ski.
It's a 3-person jet ski.
Ooh, a KVJ.
So it's got a long, big-ass banana seat.
Okay, so if we ride a jet ski, who rides in what position?
I'll take the back out. I'll take the front. I don't care.
That means you're driving.
Use me whatever you want to do.
And also, it's got a thing where you can put a rope on the back and hook it to it, and you can pull somebody on a raft behind it. So you can actually have 2 people on the jet ski,
tubing,
2 people on the tube. You can get these amazing rafts now. I don't know if you've seen rafts recently, but I started looking into them.
Cutting edge.
Oh my gosh, they're like a Barca-lounger in the water.
Right.
It's and there's 2 or 3 of them, so you and 2 of your friends can sit. There's cup holders in these things.
Dang.
You can sit there and Mags can just pull us down the intercoastal while we sip wine.
Wow.
I'm so excited. I got to get my body in jet ski condition, but we're working on it.
No, you don't. Look at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're in good company, fatty.
If we wait for that, we're never taking that thing out.
I feel like everybody is fat and gross right now.
You know what's good? Get one of them wetsuits. You ever wore a wetsuit?
It sucks in the fat.
Oh, it's like Spanx.
Slimming.
A wetsuit is like Spanx. You'd be all good.
I like to wear one of the office.
I talked to so many people in my personal life that said they've gained at least 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Everybody.
10 is right where I think I am, which is really bad because I had just lost it in February.
Well, and even if you're not putting on a lot of weight, I think that a lot of people, you're not working out to the same level.
I didn't
or
even
intensity,
go
so you're
outside.
You're starting to get a little loose. Like, it's just,
Yeah,
I'm getting a little loose.
When I lost my weight about a year and a half ago, I got down to about 175, maybe even a little bit lower. I weighed myself at Publix over the weekend.
What was it?
It wasn't good.
Tell us.
195. I've gained 20 pounds in a year and a half. I mean, the best part about losing weight is gaining it back.
What I got on my mind, we had a lot of time to watch TV this weekend. So I made it through like 3 seasons of Better Call Saul. That was, for whatever reason, the one we got on.
Was it good?
I saw you talking on Twitter, and I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because if you saw Breaking Bad, it's a prequel to that with other characters. So there are characters you know from Breaking Bad that work into this without having the main characters. And yeah, it's okay, but after watching, I think the first season, I was into the second season, maybe episode 3. And I was just kind of there. There wasn't anything that was really, like a lot of episodes, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to wait and see the next one. It does get better if you get into season 3. But again, I like all these cliff notes before you get into series because it is a commitment. I mean,
sure.
Memorial Day weekend, and I wouldn't have watched this much if the weather wasn't so bad.
Right. I think a lot of people did that.
But with all the series people tell you about, I like to know all these as much information as I can getting into it. And I will tell you with Better Call Saul, the first season, I mean, not that it's bad, but it takes a lot of time to, I guess, introduce the characters, and there's not that kind of cliffhanger type moment. So I think a lot of people who've watched it, you're like me, you get maybe into the first 3 or 4 episodes into season 2 before you're like, okay, yeah, I'm in season, I think 4 now. And it's pretty good. It's actually what I expected in season 1. So that's the only thing. Sometimes series don't end great. First couple seasons are really good, and that's typically what happens. I think what happened, honestly, I think the creator, this is just a guess, the creator came off of Breaking Bad, and sometimes there's an arrogance that goes into filmmaking.
Sure.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
Where when you're trying out and it doesn't have an established name and people don't have a reason to watch it, you throw everything at it.
You really give it your best.
And it's insane.
Crazy effort.
That's why a lot of series, to start off with, the first season, the first couple episodes are like, whoa, that blew my mind, because they're trying to hook people. I think that
and they have all these ideas.
I think the creator came into this because, remember, when he started Better Call Saul, everybody was just talking about how he's the best TV maker ever, this Vince Gilligan or whatever his name is. And so he's riding high. He's like, yeah, whatever I put on the TV, people are going to watch.
Midas touch.
Right. And so I almost feel like there was, and then it's almost like they got an imperative, like there was some kind of like, maybe season 2, they're like going, hey man, it's not really taking off. We're going to need you to really
step it up.
We thought it was going to be another Breaking Bad. It's right now not another Breaking Bad.
Sometimes it takes a director and a crew to kind of get the stride, too, man. The Office was like that. The first season of The Office is way different than the next seasons of The Office. You could tell they were trying to find their stride.
Yeah, I kind of got that. But you would think with the same, they probably have pretty much the same crew, same writing staff, and a lot of the same characters, minus 2. You would think that if you ever were able to hit your groove and kind of get into something, that this would have been it. But it's good. I'm glad I'm watching it.
I think it's just like anything, Sometimes there's good ones and sometimes there's bad ones.
Yeah.
And with anything that has already set a precedent of being awesome, that's got to be a tough nut to cover. Thinking, oh my gosh, we got to make it better than Breaking Bad.
Well, anytime there's hype around something too, you got pressure
and judgment,
big time.
Yeah. It is a lot of stuff that goes into it. So, I don't know. So that was it was a good show, and I'm going to probably stick with it because I think there's 5 seasons. And this is another thing, like a little bit of a note about Netflix. A lot of times if you start a series on Netflix, I realized this with S-Bombs Creek because I kept waiting for the new season. I'm like, I'm reading about a new season, but when's it going to drop? And I kept checking Netflix. A lot of times if it's a TV show like that, Netflix gets it late.
Really?
Yes. And so with S-Bombs Creek, I didn't realize it was airing on TV, whatever Pop Network or Crackle Network or whatever network it was on. So you could actually on demand. Now I realize that with Better Call Saul. There's 5 seasons on my on demand on the cable part of it. But if you go to Netflix, it only has 4 seasons posted. Huh. So you may jump into a series like that and there's a whole season you didn't even realize, a newer season that Netflix doesn't have.
Huh.
Yeah. So kind of a quick note to you for that. So there you go. So that is my note about Better Call Saul. All right, anything you want to add to it, 877-979-WRMF. You can always hit us up here at the KVJ Show.
It's KVJ. When and where you want it. Listen to the KVJ Show and the After the Show podcast daily, commercial free. Search your smartphone's podcast app to listen for free. 97.9 WRMF.
You like Chex Mix? You a big fan of it?
I do, depending on what kind we're talking about. I am a fan, not a big fan of the ones that have the cheddar on it. The cheddar kind of reminds me and smells like throw up.
Okay. No, this is just kind of like the regular Chex Mix, I think, as you call it. The one that's got the 6 different pieces in it. The mini breadstick, the rye chip, the square pretzel, the corn Chex, the wheat Chex, and then the circle pretzel. You know, that kind of, I guess it's your standard, is that what you call it, Chex Mix?
And I think I speak for everybody when I say pretzel is the weakest part of any kind of Chex
What?
Mix. Chex Mix. It's tough to say.
I hear you. Well, it's too dry. That's the thing I like about it. Now, if you did a chocolate covered pretzel, all of a sudden it changes the game.
That's the kind I get at the Chex Mix. I can't say it.
What?
The Chex Mix with the chocolate, the muddy. It's called muddy something.
Moose Tracks.
Moose Tracks. I thought it was a muddy one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I know Moose Tracks, and that's what it is. Is when you throw chocolate in there, and that's a whole different game.
It's real good.
Whatever it is, the spices that they put in there, that's to me what makes Chex Mix good. And you can separate different types of Chex Mix from others based on, you know, what the spice is and how you've done it. So on Twitter over the weekend, they asked, what is the best Chex Mix piece? Mini breadstick, rye chip, square pretzel, the corn and wheat Chex, or the circle pretzel?
Whatever that one looks like, a miniature piece of bread.
That's the rye bread, rye chip.
That's the best part of any kind of...
That's what I thought too, and that was the one that won.
It's so good that they ended up selling just that in bags now.
They should,
it got its own bag. It did.
It's kind of like how you put the marshmallows from cereal just in bags and no actual dry cereal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would say rye chip number 1, mini breadstick is, I don't know, is mini breadstick 2 or is a wheat Chex or corn Chex 2?
It goes the mini bread.
Rye chip.
Then it goes the miniature breadstick.
Okay, mini bread, I think I agree.
And then it goes the actual...
corn Chex.
Yes.
Yeah, the cereal part. That's what I think too,
That's all you need.
Yeah. Somebody was saying the rye chip was an upset, but I think without a doubt the comments and everything was there. You know, majority of people were going with the rye. I thought that was the best. So yeah, they're handling all the tough arguments there on Twitter. One that we posted up, we had our own little Twitter poll, not food related, but about summer camps. I was really kind of surprised to find out on Friday that the governor had announced that, hey, pretty much all athletics are back on. Little League and all that kind of good stuff. You can start playing, and summer camps are going to be back on.
Ever since I heard wrestling was open and going full gorilla, not much has surprised me that's opening up.
Yeah, I oddly was surprised by that. In fact, I saw some people already commenting about how there was going to be tournaments this weekend, baseball tournaments. Typically, there is Memorial Day weekend. If you have a kid that has played baseball or softball, Memorial Day weekend, you're always having a big tournament.
So does that mean we're just, all right, screw it, COVID, we're just going back to our life? Is that what's going on
It's
now?
weird. There are certain things where it is like that. So if you were in South Florida and you were going to have a Memorial Day baseball, softball tournament, and you're all excited because you thought it was back on, there's no way you played if you're in South Florida. The weather was just terrible for it. But what about the summer camps? We asked people on our KVJ Twitter, is your kid going to be going to summer camp now because it seems like they are allowed? Somebody texted in here, Jay Bird, we were talking about the Chex Mix that was going on. And somebody said that Muddy Buddies is what you were talking about with the chocolate in it. You said it was Muddy something or other. Is that it?
Muddy Buddies. That is the kind of snack you want to get down with. Trust me.
Well, the rye toast or whatever it is, that is what wound up winning the best Chex Mix on an impromptu Twitter poll that happened from over the weekend. So that is pretty much what was going on Twitter. Another poll that we posted up came on Friday when I heard Governor Ron DeSantis talking about how he's going to be opening up schools for, I guess, youth activities this summer camps. So if you have like a school that's going to be having a summer camp, that is going to be open. And youth activities in Florida. So I asked the question, I said, will your kid be a part of either? Only 26% of the people that responded said, no doubt, my kid is going to be going if it is open and available. 74% of people said, no way. So that would be my question. Even if they're able to do the summer camps and those are open, will they be open if these schools are saying, yeah, I mean, only 25% of the kids that could possibly even go are going to go? Do they still do that?
I think with each week that goes by, the more people that keep going out, that number's going to rise. It'll go from 25% of people that don't want to do it to 35%.
Yeah, I mean, we're not there totally yet. I think school, maybe you got 2 weeks left, something like that, of school, week or two, tops. And at that point, I guess that's when, when school's out, that's when you typically would go to a summer camp. So where are people going to be set by then? Yeah, maybe it'll shift and change. And it really just depends on where you are in the country. We were talking about this earlier with, I'm sure that everybody saw the videos everywhere from Daytona Beach, where it looked like a madhouse, to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Beaches were packed.
You were talking about that place in the Ozark.
Yeah, Lake of the Ozarks.
If you look, depending on the publication, some people zoomed in the corner of that picture of everyone in the pool.
Yeah.
And you see this couple basically dry humping and making out in the pool. And they are all over each other.
Yeah, they were.
They don't care.
That was it. They don't care. And it was interesting because, I was watching, it was CNN News this morning, so it was really interesting because, they're more of a liberal news organization. And, of course, they got liberal reporter out there on the beach. And he's confronting very conservative people in Alabama about not wearing masks and all that kind of stuff. And they were like, yeah, I mean, the wind's just going to blow it around. He's like, statistically, there's nothing that shows that the wind will actually blow it around. So he's, in a sense, almost picking fights with these people on the beach.
That's shocking.
Yeah. And
of course. That's what they do. That's headlines, baby. It's all about headlines.
It's just so bizarre how divided the country is in different places. And I guess it depends upon what the cases are like in your area. New York City's going to be better. Or they're going to be, taking it more seriously because they got a lot more cases. South Florida is going to be different because we have a lot more cases. But it seemed like there was a lot of people out this weekend.
There was so many people out this weekend.
In different places you could go. Now, I know that the rain put a damper on things on, Sunday and yesterday.
I am noticing people just going right back out, living their life as normal. That's why when I came in here, I said, Kev, is things pretty much back to normal just about? It feels like people are going out into public again, except for now that they're wearing a mask.
Well, there's restrictions, but I think it's based on age. And I think that, as you're looking at the numbers and anybody who is younger, that they don't really care. They don't feel this to be a threat to their life. And if they don't have somebody that they're directly taking care of that is elderly, then they're like, I'm going to go out and live my life and have some fun. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, things are starting to open up a little bit more. Now, the kids would like to have the nightclubs open up. That's phase 2. And I don't know when that's going to happen. And I was reading a report based on nightclubs opening up. And they said, that really kind of goes against what a nightclub is anyway. Nightclubs are supposed to be packed. You're supposed to be crammed in there.
Dirty dancing, baby.
Yeah, and nightclubs really only have business, and that's true, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. So they try to make all their money in 3 nights, having 50% capacity, and a lot of people don't want to go into a club that's only half full.
Well, how's that going to work? You go to a club and you're trying to meet somebody and dance, but you have to dance 6 feet apart from each other.
Right.
It's complete madness.
It goes against a club just does not fit into any of these restrictions that we're trying to do.
I think if you open up a club, you're going to say, oh yeah, we're practicing social distancing, but as soon as those doors open, you're going to serve people drinks, and if they are grinding in the corner, you're not going to stop them.
You're right. What are you going to do?
That's what I mean. It's going back to normal.
Yeah. If they do that, but that hasn't happened, and there's no word on when that will happen.
There's bars open.
There are bars open, yeah, but it's if you make more than 50% or more of your money based solely on booze, I guess that is considered like bars. So it's like if they have some food service, then you're able to open up under phase 1 at 50% capacity. So that's the difference. When you're talking about a straight up nightclub that doesn't have food, that's where you can't open yet.
A few of my buddies are already going back to work now.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if people are starting to do that as well.
Going back to work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are going back to work. A lot of people going back to the gym. Gyms have been open up in Palm Beach County. Gyms now in Broward County are opening up today. 50% capacity. And what they got to do is gym patrons have to cover their faces except when they're working out and cooling down. What? Well, when are you in the gym that you're not doing that? I mean, you would walk in right away and pretty much start warming up.
So when you go to a restaurant, you have to wear a mask until you eat.
Yeah, they are going to be testing your temperature. Anything above 100.4, you got to leave. Equipment must be spaced apart to allow for at least 10 feet of distancing. Disinfecting wipes must be available, and patrons will be required to sanitize each machine after use. Now, this is what I thought was crazy. Equipment must be allowed to fully dry before the next use. So you're going to sit there and watch a piece of equipment dry fully before you're trying to do your workout, and you're going to wait till it fully dries before you hop on that piece of machinery?
I don't even go to the gym and I see a problem.
I feel like the people who made these guidelines don't work out, because I don't see that being realistic. And then gyms in Miami-Dade are still closed. So that's one of the things that started to open. The beaches, that is a big deal. I know there's some people that were upset, at least on Saturday. I think that the weather saved Sunday and Monday because some people were protesting, I believe, on Saturday. They couldn't get on the beaches in some places in South Florida. On Saturday, they went out, and I was reading a report on that. They say about 90% of beachgoers in Boca had no mask and were practically shoulder to shoulder on the sand. So social distancing out the window, all that kind of happening. They said there were a lot of people from Broward County that was at the beach in Boca on Saturday. And they start opening up the Broward beaches today. Miami-Dade is set June 1st is when they're going to be reopening. So insanity continues to happen. And, yeah, you saw a lot of it over the weekend. So we'll see what happens with the numbers. I guess that's what everybody's watching. But it seems like a lot of people are pretty much over it. That's pretty much it.
Well, look what the cat drugged in.
Yeah. Welcome to it, Virginia. This is our wonky Tuesday back.
How is it? You had terrible poop problems, right?
Yes.
Stomach issues?
Everywhere. Oh, my gosh. Don't go in the hall.
Well, you did that to me earlier.
Somebody said, I went to a buffet Friday night on Okeechobee Road. You had to wear a mask while you got your food only.
Dude, what are you doing?
Buffet? Where was the buffet?
Okeechobee Road?
Is that Okeechobee? No, that's different.
No.
Okay, it's up in Okeechobee.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
That might be Boynton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's where Okeechobee Road's at. How do I not know anything in Palm Beach County?
Yeah, I'm trying to think where that is. Yeah, it's confusing because you have Okeechobee Boulevard and Okeechobee Road.
And Okeechobee Road is in Palm Beach County?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow, man. I don't know much about my native land.
Well, and the thing that's really tricky about, South Florida and Florida just in general is you've got, the same road, the same name. Like, what is it? Is it 10th Avenue? Oh, anybody else get confused by that? Because you got one in Lake Worth and you got one in, Pompano?
Yeah, that's so stupid. Atlantic as well.
Yes, they got two Atlantics.
Guys, what are we doing here? Honestly, are you just trying to throw everybody off?
Right, because
not everybody's local.
If a lot of your life and a lot of my life is based on that Broward Palm Beach border, and so I'm always confused. Like, going, it's Atlantic. Now, which one?
We do cross that border and go back and forth.
Yeah.
You can't have two neighboring counties with a major exit off I-95 with the same damn name.
It's good. Call them out. Call them out on the road names. Yeah.
Get them.
Mm-hmm. Another call them out. Somebody said, I want to call it the lady who walked into the nail salon with no mask on, then proceeded to ask the salon for 3 masks, and they gave it to her. Okay, come with your own mask, I think is what the lesson is there. And there is a nice positive call out. Thought this was really cool. Remember, we had Ocho Cinco drop that $1,000 tip in Cooper City last week. And now we've got another athlete that has dropped a massive tip. This is Andre Drummond. He plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's their center. Left a $1,000 tip for Cassandra Diaz at Sunday brunch at Chi Restaurant in Delray Beach. Yeah, right there on the Intercoastal. The bill was $164.25, and he dropped $1,000.
Lovely.
Yeah, it is. But he earns more than $24 million a year. So
he can let that go.
yeah, as you're saying, how awesome is he for doing that? Then you're like, yeah, okay, the dude's got it. He can make that happen. All right, time for another round of Dennys or Animal. Seems like the animals really started to shift. Boy, it is so murky outside. It's crazy. Humidity is through the roof. We're full all the way 100% back into the rainy season. We just jumped right into it.
Oh, it's swamp butt
Oh,
time.
it is so swampy outside. And then, the swampy animals, which, by the way, to me are the most annoying. Mosquitoes, they love me. And so mosquito season is just always an issue for me. Bufo toads, they're just prancing through our backyard, and we got a dog there.
I can hear them a lot outside.
They're
Last
back.
night was bad, and it sounded like they were mating.
Yeah, we got another Bufo toad. And if you got a small dog like we do, it's a problem. So we got to try to track down this Bufo toad and get rid of it because our dog likes to lick them.
They get in. Do you guys get frogs in your house sometimes?
No, not in the house.
Sometimes they'll sneak in there, man.
How do they get in your house?
I don't know. I think
You
so.
don't know? You don't know?
Something tells me you leave the door open.
I try not to. I really don't.
If I have a hole large enough for a Bufo toad to get in, though,
not a Bufo toad. I'm talking about the little frog. There's a difference between the frog and the Bufo toad.
Oh, okay.
The garden frog.
Yeah, garden frogs. They'll hang out by the outside windows sometimes, and
they hang out there smoking and talking and shooting dice.
I actually wish they did. I'd love the company. I play with them too. I love dice.
The thing I'm finding out, it's so important to have your house sealed in South Florida. And we have to do that because we've had some rats get in. We've got what's going on right now with the termites. I got that issue. So I've got some holes somewhere.
I think that's what's going on. I think there's a seal break somewhere, and that's where those little frogs.
You always
get
have to
in.
do that. Yeah, you got to be airtight.
You gotta be
in
airtight.
South Florida.
My last place with the rat problem, that place was not airtight. If you walked around, you could see all these little crevices things could get into.
You gotta caulk it up.
Got caulk it up.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'd love to see you trying to apply caulk.
I don't think I got the upper body strength. I don't think my hands are strong enough.
Yeah. We could do a caulking project, and can you tell which one's Jaybird's?
I feel like you're making fun of me. I get that feeling.
All right, we're going to have some fun with some animals here today. We got Alexandra on here from West Palm Beach to play along. Hello, Alexandra.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. It's my birthday today.
Oh,
I know you guys answered.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. You know what? I got to get some birthdays on here. I know because some people were asking. We had technical difficulties with that. And ironically, we had technical difficulties with the printer today. So the printer was not printing out birthdays.
How many things actually
Everything.
broke?
That's why when I walked in here, I'm like, I need to go take a time out.
The computer, the microphone, the printer.
I walked out with you. I saw you driving away, and then you drove off. Look, Virginia, wait. My truck didn't start.
Oh. I was like, bye. I
Yeah.
actually peeled out.
Yeah. So I will try to get the birthdays on here in a bit when we can get the printer fixed.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Just lots of fun around here. So happy birthday to Alexandra, and we'll get the other ones on here in just a bit. Okay, Dennys or animal here. We've got a sound from an animal. You got to tell us if it's the real animal or if it is Dennys. These are ducks being hunted.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Run, ducks.
This is some scary stuff here. Okay, ducks being hunted. Is this Dennys or animal? What do you think? Oh, my gosh.
Got him.
The guy got him.
You could hear the hunter, yeah.
Layers.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's Dennys.
Gonna go with Dennys on that.
Yeah.
That is, yes.
Yay.
If you were worried that a duck just died here on the KVJ show, no, that did not happen.
No
duck.
actual ducks were harmed.
No.
There was so much in there. I feel like I missed something. Like it was so layered.
It felt like a movie.
Well, you could hear the duck taking off, and
Oh, yeah.
there's the dog barking, flying away.
Deal.
Shot.
Got him.
Yeah, and then
Oh, yeah.
Hunter.
Devastating.
Yeah, you could have had a couple animals in there. Yeah, ducks and dogs and rednecks. Okay, what about this? Dennys are animal. This is a walrus defending its territory. Okay. Wow.
That's tough.
That is. That is very tough. What do you think about that, Alexander?
Wow.
Is that Dennys or animal?
Are we allowed to phone a friend? I'm going to go with animal.
Animal on that
That
one?
feels
Is
like
the-
animal.
Dennys is saying that was an animal, yeah.
Yes.
I do feel like Dennys
Oh,
could
wow.
kind of make that sound, though.
He could. It's in his range. He could have done walrus defending his territory if he wanted to. He just didn't want to show off. And here we have squirrels mating on a fence. I know you guys have video of this, so maybe this is the audio from the video. And you know what? The squirrels in my backyard started getting at it this weekend, too.
I was walking Chewy, and I saw two separate couples doing it. I was going to film it, but then I just felt
Two
like...
separate couples doing it?
Yes, two separate couples, squirrel couples.
Oh, squirrel couples.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
not people.
Okay.
Squirrel couples.
Yeah.
Doing it at different times. And I was going to
Yeah.
film it and put it up, but people are definitely starting to talk.
Yeah, they are
I
about
gotta
the
stop-
squirrels.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is
Yeah.
making films of all these animals mating.
I'm talking about it a lot.
Yeah, you really are. Okay, what about this? You got perfect scores so far, Alexander. Is this Dennys or animal? Squirrels mating on a fence. Wow, if the fence is a rockin', don't come knocking, huh?
I'm going to go with Denny's.
Gonna go with Dennys on that? Yes, that is.
Yay.
I was gonna say, you really had to get up there and get that kind of great audio.
He knows. He's done the work. He's done the
Yeah.
research. He's seen squirrels do it.
Yeah, and he's heard, this is apparently sounds of squirrel ecstasy.
Yeah, they don't care if you're watching either.
They like putting on a show. Very nice. Alexander, you definitely know your animals. Thank you so much for playing. You got a perfect score today, girl. Nice job.
Thanks. I appreciate it, guys.
Okay, enjoy your Tuesday.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach. Here's what's coming up on the Dirt of the Day. Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in your dirt of the day, I'm telling you, this TikTok, it's set up just the way they set up YouTube. You can make money off of it. Jason Derulo is banking. I'll tell you what he had to say coming up in your dirt.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Did you mean for it to do that?
No, it's doing what it wants to do.
Oh, cool. You're going to tease the dirt and go right into the dirt.
Why didn't I just go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
It's like, do we have to make this longer than it has to be?
It's not going to be a good show today. I'm just letting you know. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, it is another round of Think Fast.
Oh, good.
We got going on for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
You can barely notice it, Kev.
Yeah, sorry.
Your computer's messed
boy.
up. And just so you know, the microphones sound weird, too.
Do
No.
Yeah.
I think they sound pretty good.
This is, does it sound weird?
today.
Yeah, I was listening in my
okay.
car, and it sounds like you're all in a very hollow room.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anything.
It's very hollow when there's no music behind you.
Oh.
We're living in hollow times.
Yeah, I don't know.
Our
I
audio
just-
mirrors life.
Yeah, I
Kevin.
just walked in here at all these fun things today, so we're just trying to make it through.
Be lucky that the on button's working.
Yes. I guess we'll take that. Time to think fast here on the KVJ show. See if you guys are on it today.
I think the witch has the title.
What?
I think the witch has the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these microphones are not conducive to you standing across the room and yelling.
All right, maybe I'll get close up on the mic today.
And yell.
All right.
Okay. All right, we got Virginia, we got Jaybird, we got Dennys. Virginia, the champ. She got on the Think Fast cap.
Oh, it only weighs 40 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Plaster of Paris, I believe.
Oh, my gosh. It's cement.
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 Oh, my gosh. My gosh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. When you know, just let us know. Suits and I'll judge if your answer makes sense within the given topic. All right, first one here. It's a luxury vehicle brand that starts with the letter J.
Jaguar.
Oh, Dennys! Yeah!
Dennys is fancy.
It's an animal. That's his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Dang.
And honestly, Dennys quiet like low down fancy.
He is.
No, he not.
I know.
Okay. Next up. Something you look forward to that starts with the letter C.
Corn.
Corn?
Chilling.
Corn.
You look
During
forward to
Thanksgiving, I'm very excited for the corn.
corn. You look forward to corn?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I do.
Can't wait for corn.
Man, when it's buttered,
Ma, we making corn tonight? Oh, yippee.
when it's buttered,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, all right, corn.
We're giving it.
Yeah, I'll give him, yeah.
You can't look forward to corn?
Because I don't doubt that he looks forward to corn.
You're on thin ice, Corn.
Okay.
Kevin took it, but me and Denny's giving him stank eye.
Yeah, I'm going to be a loose judge today. The standards have been lowered.
Oh, real low.
Yeah. All right, something you don't do in public that starts with the letter F.
Fart.
Okay, all right, Virginia.
Even though I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I think, okay. I think it said S.
Nope, F.
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 Yeah.
It's that great microphone.
My headphones aren't working either.
Yeah,
What?
there's-
Yeah, only half of my headphones are working.
A moron says what?
Okay, it's all tied one apiece. Okay, a song everyone knows that starts with the letter J.
Jingle bells! Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
Jingle bells.
Yeah. My goodness.
I've never heard Jingle Bells yelled so horrifying.
Could you imagine if the whole song he did it in that
A hard rock version.
Jingle all the way! It's like death metal Jingle Bells.
Yeah, it's done.
I don't hate that concept.
Yeah, Jingle Hell we could call it.
That'd be funny.
Okay. All right, next up, a local suburb that starts with the letter P.
Palm Beach.
What's that? What'd you say, Dennys?
Palm Beach. Same thing.
Oh, okay. Was Denny's in first on that,
He
Suits?
was, yeah.
You give it to Jaybird?
Jaybird?
Okay.
What's the answer?
I think it's Denny's.
I was Denny's.
He was very subtle.
Just
Yeah,
because
you got-
you're louder doesn't mean you're quicker.
Yeah.
A lot of nerve coming from
Yeah,
you.
I saw his lips moving, and then I heard screaming.
I'll try to calm it down. Stop sending me the emails that my yelling annoys you. I get it. It annoys me.
I'm
too.
not stopping.
Okay, 2 for Bird, 2 for Denny's, 1 for Virginia here in Think Fast.
Oh, the champ looks shook.
Okay, this is a good trait in a partner that starts with the letter S.
Sex.
Virginia, what did you say?
Sex.
Okay, Jaybird said sex. Suits. Is that Virginia or Jaybird? Virginia, he's saying. Okay.
Reek. Reek, you gotta pay attention over there.
Okay, it's tied 2 apiece, and this is the tiebreaker.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Everybody's in it. Okay, this is for the win here.
We all want it bad.
Okay. Something you find in your couch cushions that starts with the letter N.
Nachos.
Oh, Virginia. We could go with that. And
She's right.
she holds on to the champ cat.
With the cheese and the beans.
Yes.
Wow. Very nice. Impressive round there of Think Fast.
Wow.
I know, huh?
Everyone's impressed.
That's all you got to do around here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, to kind of parlay, too, on the story we have with the white woman in New York City that had her dog off the leash, that was trying to call in a 911 threat saying an African-American man was attacking her when all he was doing was just filming her because she had her dog off the leash in an area where she wasn't supposed to. Somebody said, yeah, and we had that South Florida story over the weekend, too. That terrible woman that drowned her autistic son and then tried to say that 2 black guys had kidnapped him with that crazy stories about drugs and all that. If you remember that, happened just last week. That kind of came out. In fact, they even had a video. They got her on video shoving her kid into the canal. Yeah, it's terrible.
Heartbreaking.
It really is. Just some terrible things going on. We'll get some positive news here in a minute because we definitely need it.
And in both cases, video brought down the person.
Yeah, absolutely. No, video for the most part. I mean, that's why anybody's yelling about putting cameras all over society. It does help when you need, the truth.
It's amazing how many murder cases are solved because of cameras.
I think it's pretty much about the first thing police do is they try to figure out, is there any cameras around this area that we could go to?
They can track somebody walking home. If
Yeah.
Virginia's walking around Tequesta and then something happens to you, you're walking in a neighborhood that has cameras, that's how they'll find you. Or at least
You're
try
right.
to.
And then put all the cameras together. Like they can show you like actually going to an area,
It's crazy.
leaving an area, and they piece them all together.
It's a crazy story because, they had the checkpoint that was set up in the Keys. I think they're going to be opening soon, maybe around like June 1st. I think is when they're going to be doing that. But, you haven't been able to go into the Keys, into Monroe County, unless you're a resident of the Keys.
Gotcha.
But there was this couple, 37-year-old Alexander Michael Sardinas of Tavernier and a 43-year-old Isla Mirada woman that attempted to enter the Florida Keys in a rideshare taxi without identification. So I guess obviously both residents of the Keys, but they didn't have their ID. So they went to a Publix and threatened a 17-year-old girl to drive them through the coronavirus checkpoint in Monroe County.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. So they went and they found her at a Publix, and they were like, hey, you need to drive us, don't make any kind of noise or we're going to hurt you kind of thing.
Oh, my gosh.
Was she a shopper or a worker?
I think she was just a shopper. It just said at the shopping center. It doesn't say anything about whether she was getting off a shift or something like that.
Imagine that. You go in there for a cheese loaf, and then you leave with people trying to kidnap you.
This is why I keep a knife in my door.
Yeah.
I'm always ready to stab.
Are you good, though?
Nah. I haven't stabbed a lot. I think it takes practice. Can I practice on you?
I'd say no.
Your silence says it all.
I mean, I'll talk to you after the show about it.
Yeah, so they threatened her, and she drove them through the checkpoint. She didn't say anything. She didn't want to get hurt, and then they got out of the car, and then she called the police, and they found him a short time earlier. But
damn.
Crazy, huh?
I mean, how are you that desperate to get to the Keys? I mean, just chill.
I think probably what it was, who knows what they were doing. They left Monroe County, and they were residents, it sounds like, if they credit them with living in Isla Mirada and Tavernier. And then they couldn't get home, I guess. I don't know, because they didn't have their ID. So they're like, oh, I know what we'll do. We'll just kidnap a 17-year-old girl and have her drive us through the checkpoint.
They must be on something.
Who knows? It's the Keys, Virginia. A lot of stuff I can't explain.
Everyone's
there.
on something, Kevin. It's the Keys.
Maybe. Did you see there was a wanted man at Daytona Beach that was live streaming on Friday, and the cops found out and tracked him down? Big dummy.
You make it too easy for him.
Yeah, so he basically wound up streaming his own arrest.
The cops are like, really?
That's why it's in the Locked Out News.
Daytona was just a nutty place over the weekend. I think what it was, somebody had posted up, I saw that, because you had the one guy in the white car that was throwing the money out, and all those people were all around, and then there was shootings somewhere. 6 people were injured, and shootings that happened in Daytona Beach. And they were saying in Orlando they were advertising this massive party that was going on in Daytona Beach because they're trying to blame Miami people. And I saw on social media, Miami people like, trust me, we don't go to Daytona Beach.
Isn't Daytona Beach a big biker town?
Yeah, it's not really the vibe of your South Beach kind of people.
It's got a different vibe. I think you might think biker town, and I think it is.
It feels more like the Panhandle.
You got NASCAR there, and then they do have Bike Week in Daytona Beach, which is big.
It's big.
Yeah, I don't know that this was Bike Week. I didn't say anything about that. I'm not sure when they do that, but I don't think that was it. A couple other interesting stories. There was a guy named Jesus that admitted that he vandalized a church in North Carolina.
See, the real Jesus wouldn't do that.
Doesn't seem like it, no. And there's a fire department captain in Oklahoma got arrested last week after he robbed 2 banks, and one of them was his bank. And the employees just recognized his, quote, muscular build and his walk.
You big dummy.
Yeah, my bank would definitely recognize me, even with a mask on.
Yeah.
just by my own antics.
You've got a unique swagger.
Yeah. They say 3 brothers in Bolivia who are 8, 10, and 12 got hospitalized after they let a black widow spider bite them because they thought they would turn into Spider-Man.
Oh, my.
I get the reasoning.
I mean,
for the 8-year-old.
Where were these kids' parents?
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy.
Damn. If you're the parent, you're like, head in your hand.
But if you're the Black Widow spider, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
This is a bite-a-palooza.
So really, you want me to bite you?
Bite-a-palooza. Yeah, that spider was rocking out.
Spider's like, this is awesome.
All right, if you want. They say an alligator that some people believe was owned by Adolf Hitler died at a zoo in Germany at the age of 84.
Wow, they've lived that long, huh?
Yeah, I know. Had no idea either. So Hitler's gator.
What's the oldest gator, I wonder? Oldest gator ever.
No. They think it was Hitler's gator because it had a weird, small little mustache.
Yeah, is that how they knew it
Yes,
was
that's
his?
how they knew.
Muja became the oldest American gator, 80 years old. Damn.
Well, this one's older.
That's American gator. So apparently the...
German gators are
Yeah.
even longer.
I was keeping it domestic with America's stats.
I need a global gator stat.
You think that would be a record, though?
It has to be. I wonder, can they live in the triple digits?
You're asking all the right questions.
And if you're an 80-year-old gator, is it still comfortable? Are you still kind of living your best gator life?
Or do you have like gator arthritis?
Yeah.
I mean, can it actually eat real food, or does it have to eat tapioca?
Yeah. Is your teeth going as an 80-year-old gator?
Yeah.
Do you have ED?
Yeah. A lot of questions.
Yeah, how's your gator wood?
Yeah. Not a lot of answers. Oh, did you see that video of the two gators fighting on that golf course in South Carolina over the weekend?
No, but that sounds awesome.
Oh, man. It's crazy. Now, I don't know. I don't know if you play through or if you get...
Oh, you definitely sit in the cart with some beers and watch that one play out.
You got to watch that.
Yeah, you can't golf around that.
It was pretty amazing. The one, because one had him was chomped down on him, and the other, they just kind of like sit there and don't do a lot. It was weird.
They love golf courses, man.
They do. Well, they got the great, ponds that are right there, and then they got old people, which they love because they're already soft.
I see quite a few gators around. They're always out by where I live at.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely plenty of gator. Yeah, they go all the way from, the southeast and not just Florida. So crazy stuff. So, all right. Well, there you go. That's just some of your whacked out news.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Okay, I got a new game for us to play. It's the Song Association game. Okay, here's what you do. I give you a word, and then you have got to sing a song within 3 seconds that has that word in it.
Okay.
It's kind of like how a lot of times I'll be like, okay, give me a song with the word toast in it, in the title. And then you would have to think of that. So this is kind of basically that, except here you got to perform. This is a performance level of that game.
And it has to be a real song. It
has to be a real song.
I can't make up a game or a song about toast.
No.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That would have worked.
That would have worked, yeah.
Do I get a point?
Mm-hmm.
Give her one, because I don't think you're going to do good in this.
You don't know.
Okay, so you got I'll do the 3 count. You got basically a count to 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you don't have a song by then you're out.
Okay.
So it's all kind of like going around the room. We'll get Dennys in here, and everybody has to go with the song.
Now, do you immediately sing it, or do you wait to be called upon?
It's going to be like, for me, it'll be like, all right, Virginia, your word is. And then it'll be like...
Oh, so we're all not doing the same word.
Nope.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
It's going to be a different word just because I think, it might be too easy. I'm going to give you an individual word.
And this way, it's easier for you to rig it.
Well,
I win.
Well, the thing is, if you gave everybody the same word, if you're last, then you'd have plenty of time to think of a song.
About it, sure, yeah.
This is you get hit with a word, and boom, you got to rip one out.
I know we haven't played it yet. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but can we play this for an hour? This seems like a lot of fun. I can see me really liking this game. I kind of want to crack open a beer.
If it goes okay, it might come back. You know how things go here.
Yes.
So if it goes well, it'll come
back. What
back.
he's saying is don't blow it.
Don't blow it.
It's all in your hands not to blow it and make him mad.
All right.
Okay. All right. So it's about staying in and not getting eliminated. If you can grab Dennys, we'll have him play as well.
Denise!
Sweet Dennys!
Get in here!
Mijo!
He's in it, Kevin.
Our awesome boss brought us bagels today.
Thank you,
Randy knew we're having a tough day.
Randy is awesome for doing that. She brought all these bagels, And Kevin, who's the most stressed by the computer problems, doesn't eat carbs.
No, he does.
That's all right. That's all right. It's thought that counts. It's all good.
It's making everybody else in the room happy.
That's all we need.
I love bagels.
Honestly, you want to make me happy, just give me working equipment. That's all I need.
Nope, not going to happen.
That's the only thing I want.
You want me happy? You're doing it right, Randy. Food is the way for me.
Okay, here we go. Song association game. All right, I'll start off so that you kind of get an idea.
Okay.
Kev, my word is dirty. Dirty deeds.
Done dirt cheap.
Dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds and the done dirt cheap.
Wow.
Dirty deeds.
I don't know that song.
Yeah,
You don't know AC/DC?
Oh my gosh, can I have my head back?
Wow.
I mean,
yeah,
I
that's
think you have
man
to
rock.
leave.
Yeah, I'm not a man. I'm soft, easy listening bird.
Yeah, that's a man song.
We got to check you for testicles because you might not have them.
I'm so.
I don't know this stuff.
I don't listen to
I
man.
don't know. You're like Kelly Pickler. What's AC/DC?
Okay. All right. So that's kind of how it goes. All right, Virginia, you're going to have a 3 count. A
Okay.
1, 2, 3. If you can't come up with a song in that time, then you are eliminated.
I'm so nervous.
Okay.
Oh, she's taking off
I'm
her
taking off my sweater
her
because
grandma jacket.
I'll start to get sweaty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. Virginia, your word is air.
No air. I can't breathe with no air. Can I see when I'm breaking no air?
At the buzzer?
Well, I don't know. She said air, but you got to sing.
Yeah, you're the one ruining the game now. So, please, I haven't gone yet.
I'll give you a pass because this is round 1. This will
Okay.
kind of try it out. But yeah, I think under the technical rules, first thing, you got to sing it. And if you're not singing the song with the word in it, by the time we get to the 3 count.
Okay.
Because
all
you
right.
said air, no air, and then you were like trying to think of how does no air go.
Okay. All right. Just go right into singing.
Gotta
Okay.
get it.
Okay,
Get it, Mama.
everybody gets a tester here.
All right,
Okay.
I like that.
All right,
Okay,
all
this is
right.
our appetizer round.
Jaybird, your word is sleep.
Sleep all day.
Okay, you're in. You're good. No, let me hear it. Let's hear it. What is it?
Sleep all day. Screw all night.
I don't think that counts.
What is
What's
that?
the song?
Is that it, like a? I don't know. Sleep all day. I thought it was a '70s rock, man.
You should have gone. No, sleep to
till
Brooklyn.
Okay. First round. We're kind of working out the
We're
kinks.
working it out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh, there's a. I hear the secrets that you keep
When you're tucking in your sleep. Yeah. So if you're singing, you don't have to say the word sleep by the 3 count. You have to have the song started.
All right.
That is going to be the song that
Okay.
counts.
Make a promise. Don't give up on me yet.
Okay.
Don't give up
Like
on
I
me.
said, that's why we're working out. Everybody gets to, because you can really understand the rules of what we're going to accept and what we're not going to accept.
I like it.
If we were playing for real, you both would have been eliminated.
Damn.
If we were playing for real. Okay, Dennys, your word is prayer.
Living on a prayer.
Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
Wheel of Kevin's hair.
That's right. There you go. So see, Dennys, you would have still been in round 1. Now, I know people are going to say it is kind of like me cheating. I probably will wind up hosting this because I do have the words right in
Yeah,
front of
yeah.
me.
You can't play.
And it's not fair.
We're having fun. Though. We're having some
Yeah,
laughs.
that round was all about having fun. So pretty much be you 3 playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Now it's serious.
I think everybody fully understands now the song association game. What's
Yep.
going to count and what's not.
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Back to you, Virginia. All right, this counts. This is legit. If you blow it, you are eliminated, and it's the last person standing.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't blow it. Don't blow it.
Your word is cry.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Oh, the witch came to
Yeah. That's it.
The
Oh,
truth
man.
is
I never left you.
You get a pass, Virginia. You move on to the next round.
Oh man, I think this game might move too quick for me.
I know the nerves come on.
Yeah, man.
When you got a slow-paced brain, this game's hard.
It is. It's a 3 count. It's a 1, 2, 3. I'm giving you a good solid 3 seconds. Okay, Jaybird, your word is taste.
Taste me, taste me. Taste? What hell song is Taste? I made
There's
that
a
up.
song from
I
church.
hate the taste because I can't leave it, and I hate the taste. Da, 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 da.
You got a bad deck.
I got a bad taste in my mouth after this.
All right, Dennys, we'll see if you stay in. If not, Virginia wins the first ever Song Association game. Your word is lick.
Lick it up.
Yeah! Lick it up.
You're coming right now. Lick it up.
I said lick it up.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, round 2. Virginia and Dennys. Virginia, your song word is rain.
I see thunder, I see lightning, I see rain, I see.
Better days, I thought it'd never come again.
Yeah.
Is that the song you're doing?
I don't know.
It sounded beautiful.
Fire and rain?
I
Yeah,
can remember
fire
the
and
words.
rain.
Fire and rain.
No rain.
I think I knew where you were going.
Blame it on the rain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Purple
sorry.
rain.
I changed it to lightning and rain. I blew it.
Taste.
I blew it.
Dennys, you win if you can get this correct.
Come on, bring her down.
Blow
All right,
it.
take
Blow
her
it.
down,
Blow
Dennys.
it. Blow.
Your word is world.
Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Last segment.
You got it. The first ever winner of the Song Association game is
You
Dennys.
did it.
That game's hard when you're on the spot.
That is a fun game.
You like that? Yeah.
Yes, I think with some beers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can
You
play.
like it?
I can play that for an hour easily.
Okay. The whole rest of the show then. Virginia, sounds like you had a lovely little weekend that was also made with some homemade ice cream, I believe, is how you spent a little bit of your Memorial Day
We
weekend.
did. We had ice cream party for Rocco because he graduated VPK. And you know Rocco loves ice cream.
Okay.
So we did all kinds of fun ice cream party stuff. And Magnolia, it started her birthday week. So
Dang, okay.
it was big doings.
That's some impressive stuff.
I had some ice cream over the weekend. You know what's an underrated ice cream? Pistachio ice cream.
I love pistachio.
And you mix it with some chocolate fudge. Oh.
Talenti gelato at Publix, Talenti pistachio
Yeah.
is lovely.
Pistachio nuts are so much money, though. After you shell them, $10 a bag, Kevin.
Really?
For pistachios.
At the pistachio farm where they grow them, they have guys with like Uzi guns standing there guarding the pistachios.
Because it's like a drug.
Yeah. People try to steal it all the time, I guess.
Oh, when you said Uzi guns, I thought they were like dripping with stuff.
Ooh, that sounds... Ooh, a cheese oozing gun. I love it.
Maybe it's oozing with caramel or
That
something.
would be his dream Christmas gift.
I want
a
one of these
cheese
Uzi
gun.
Oh, an Uzi gun. I
It
would love
warms
that.
up the cheese and then it shoots it at you.
You got me a cheese gun before.
Did
or,
I?
Or
Yes,
the Queen did.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yes, she did. Absolutely. That was a great gift.
Where is it?
It broke. I used it hard. It was made of plastic. If you love cheese, you're probably going to break that thing.
Well, I did see something about the ice cream. This is how to get the most out of it. There is actually an expert in sensory science that came up with 7-step process that will supposedly give you the ideal ice cream eating experience.
Really?
So maybe you've just been eating ice cream wrong the entire time. They say step 1, take it out of the freezer and let it defrost for about 15 minutes.
I always break a plastic spoon.
Yeah, but who can wait? Because when I want ice cream, I want ice cream. I'm not going to put it there on the counter and wait 15 minutes. I put it in the microwave in a little, like, whatever container it's in for like 20 seconds.
Okay. That might work because the rationale on this is that when it's too cold, the aroma molecules don't release. And smell plays a huge role in how things taste. So you're not getting everything out of your ice cream if you eat it right out of the freezer. It should warm up a little bit.
The same thing goes for hot food, too. If you're eating it, it's still piping hot. You got to let that thing cool down because it loses the taste.
I don't have the patience for any of that.
Oh, I lead the league in mouth burns.
I burn the roof of my mouth all the time.
Yeah.
I must have a callus up there
Just
now.
go right for it, huh?
I bet I got more mouth scars than you.
Mouth scar off?
Should have a mouth plate. Should be something you could put in if you just
Like a little.
Yeah, you just click in your mouth plate and then go right to town on the hot food.
That's an amazing idea.
Thank you. That's my idea of the day.
I'm gonna put that in the idea file. Those things we'll never do.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. File.
I'd like to hear you and Dennys pitch a mouth plate.
You know what? Priority one. We'll have that presentation for you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Mouth plate. The only thing I regret is I didn't come up with it myself. Gosh, it's a great idea.
I want to see the stuff it bumped so that it's priority one.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Pizza song. What should we drop in tomorrow? I'm sending it to Kevin. Don't worry.
Okay. Step 2 on getting the most out of your ice cream, don't take too big of a bite. Half a teaspoon per bite is ideal, according to the sensory scientist.
I agree with that. You can get too much on there.
Mm-hmm. I say step 3, place the spoon upside down in your mouth so the ice cream hits your tongue. That's interesting because the spoon itself, your taste buds are not on the roof of your mouth, and especially once you put it in your mouth plate, you're not going to be able to taste. You got to flip your spoon upside down, put them right onto your taste buds. Fascinating. Step 4, roll the ice cream around in your mouth and pay attention to how the smooth, creamy texture feels.
Oh, babe, I think we need music for this thing.
This is going to increase the enjoyment.
She's getting bothered.
Oh, yeah.
You're really delving deep into this thing.
Oh, yes. Going to make it count here. They say step 5, breathe in through your mouth while the ice cream is in there. The air passing over it helps it hit more of your taste buds. Did you know any of this stuff?
I mean, the upside down spoon makes sense. A little bit of air makes sense. But I mean, no, I've never heard it in a list. This is very helpful.
I know what I could go for. Some of Virginia's ice cream.
I know, right?
She made the best. I'm not kissing your butt here. You made the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. And if we can get some homemade fudge with that, biatch, I'm telling you what.
I've never made fudge.
You could do it, though. You would be great at it. I got faith in you.
Yeah. He's putting in another
Someone is itching for fudge.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cream party.
Oh, he's being so sweet.
You look beautiful and young, and I love the dirt. Great dirt stories today.
Great stuff.
We had one less dirt. That's why he likes it.
They say also don't swallow too soon. 12 seconds in your mouth is ideal, according to the sensory scientists on how to most enjoy your ice cream.
It is fun to swirl it around on your tongue, and
just kind of take your time with it. It's all part of that whole food foreplay.
I agree.
What are we in a rush for?
Yeah, you're right. Slow it down.
Yes.
Make this ice cream experience almost sensual.
Enjoy that rocky road. Taste it.
And then the 7th tip, they say repeat with each bite to build up a full ice cream taste profile. So I guess that if you want to fully enjoy it, you got to follow those 6 steps and then just keep repeating them over and over again. That's how you get the most out of it.
Fat Kevin, if you don't mind, can I please talk to you for a second?
Sure, yeah.
When you had the ice cream with the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, was strawberry Fat Kevin's least favorite?
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I felt like somebody's trying to sneak a fruit in there.
It was always the last ice cream everybody ate at the Pennington household.
How dare they?
Yeah, I like stuff like peanut butter cups, Rocky Roads, all that kind of stuff. The more the better.
Can I get amen some Breyers? Oh, yeah. That's...
Breyers natural, I like. I don't like the Breyers fake ice cream.
Oh, it's the stuff with the fake stuff in
if
it is
it's
so
got
good.
87 ingredients on the side of it, I'm not down.
What is the absolute best ice cream treat that you can get?
Treat?
Yes. Now I'll give you an example, because if I were coming up with Fat Kev's top 3, I'm probably going with the...
You're breathing heavy, and
I'm
you're
like, what was that
grabbing your
noise?
microphone like some kind of wild animal on a snack.
You guys are doing it to me.
But the ice cream's not in the microphone.
I know. I get it. I got I have my answers.
Can he just answer for both of us? He's so excited.
Okay,
Kevin.
your top 3 now. To give you an example, for me, it would be like a Reese's Pieces Blizzard was probably my overall number 1.
Oh, Fat Kevin.
Fat Kevin got that a lot at Dairy Queen.
Welcome to the show.
I was on a first name basis. I would go also Dairy Queen. I love the peanut butter parfait. You ever have that? It was towering ice cream, and they would put the nuts in it with the hot fudge all around.
Panda actually got that for us this weekend.
It's great, isn't it?
My only complaint is less ice cream, more peanut butter. But I can eat a cup of peanut butter.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, those would be 2 examples. Jaber, what would be your best ice cream treats?
I'm still kind of figuring out my list, but number 1, and they don't make it anymore, and I've talked about it before. Costco used to sell it. It was the best. Gold Rush bars.
Oh, yeah.
They had caramel in them,
Yes.
vanilla ice cream. The ice cream shell of it was amazing.
Yep, I'm right there with you.
The other one
would be the Reese's peanut butter ice cream cake I keep talking about.
Oh,
you can get
I
it
can
out
see
of
that.
Walmart. Yeah, get it for about $14.99.
I'd probably put a Carvel ice cream cake at 3.
And then a Carvel ice cream cake with the black crunchy things
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
it's amazing.
Oh, they used to have the best Carvel commercial down here in South Florida. And yeah, I'll get lost.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. All good stuff.
There was an ice cream cake. Maybe someone that lived down here can remember. They made a face, and the nose was a sugar cone down to the ball of ice cream. And it was a face cake that Carvel always sold. I can't remember the name of it. It was very popular down here.
Face cake sounds horrifying.
Face cake with black crunchy things in it.
I don't know if I want to eat a face cake.
Oh, mama, it's what we call living.
Do you know what birthday cake remix at Cold Stone is? You ever heard of that?
Yes.
Somebody's saying that's the best.
It is good.
Okay.
But I think other ice creams I'm taking to the dance with me.
If I'm going to an ice cream shop, I'm going to Sloan's. I'm sorry. It's local. They make their own right here every day. A man named Vincenzo sits in the back. He is a chef of ice cream, okay? Mm-hmm. That to me is the best because it's fresh.
I love a sugar cone when it gets real kind of damp. Let that ice cream get it damp a little bit.
Now he needs the music.
Don't look at me and ever say that again.
Come on now.
You're getting me so hot and bothered.
He is.
Have you ever tried Ben & Jerry's The Core ice cream? Do you know what this is? So,
oh, yeah.
They've taken like the Ben & Jerry's like little 16-ounce pints that you love or whatever it is. And in the middle of it, they have added this like core of caramel.
It's a goo.
So it's a goo. It's
I need more goo in my ice cream.
It's a goo in the middle,
Yeah.
and it's super plentiful. It's very nice.
I think we're all on board with we're all pro goo.
Pro goo.
Yeah, that's why I want a goo gun. An Uzi gun. Yeah, I want an oozing gun.
Get an Uzi.
I think we'd have to custom make that thing.
A goo gun?
Probably.
It's going to jam a lot.
To get the kind of the goo we want.
And it's going to attract ants. It's going to be really gnarly after the first use.
The ants in the studio would love a goo gun.
They'd be so happy.
Yeah, they would. Okay, is it a good idea or a bad idea to try to play out of your league? They've done some research on this, and when you talk about playing out of your league, that means that being with a partner that is much more attractive than you are. And often you see that. You can comment on that. You see couples that there's one person that's a lot better looking than the other person in a couple, and you're like, okay, you take notice.
It's usually the girl's super hot and he's rich.
Yeah.
But that money becomes the equalizer.
It does. But then the question is, how long does that last? Do you think those couples are more likely to stay together or less likely to stay together?
Less likely.
Yeah, less.
Yeah.
I think people who are truly in love and actually enjoy each other's company and look at each other, also lovers and friends, I think those are the people that make it.
But we're talking about the superficial stuff. If you're equally ugly, I think you stay together longer.
Well, they have actually said that a lot of people do, in a sense, maybe subconsciously for that reason. A lot of times you kind of know about what league you're in. You almost rate yourself. And you can acknowledge that, okay, this person is in my league. A lot of times people really have that bearing. And they've had people from the outside say, would you say these people are, yeah, he's a 7, she's a 7. And so they find that when people are rating people's looks, be like, yeah, you can say, no, he's a 5, she's a 10. So when
he better be loaded.
Yeah.
That doesn't always happen, though. There's sometimes
he's a 5, she's a 10.
Sometimes, man, it happens. It does.
Yeah, and they say when that happens, typically, and again, it's not having to do with he's super well endowed. I know
His name is Tripod.
Yeah.
No,
They say when that does happen and when the relationships work, it usually was when they were good friends before.
That's what I'm saying. You got to build that foundation.
He was kind of there. She's like, I love everything about him. I realize he's not the most attractive person. And then finally, they're sick of all the hot-looking dogs that have done them wrong and said, you know what? I'm at a point in my life now where it's like, I just want somebody that I can trust is awesome and I love hanging out with.
There's something very appealing to having a ride or die partner that you know they have your back. Even if you guys get into a tiff that day, at the end of the day, they're going to have your back.
We know you're talking about Dennys.
If he was a female, I would put a ring on it.
The problem when people bat out of their league, they say a couple things happen. One, if you're talking about a guy-girl situation, women who report that their partners are significantly less attractive than they are more likely to flirt, and they feel less committed to the relationship.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And then they say the other part of it, too, is the less attractive one is more prone to jealousy, which is a bad mix. And so they found that when they've identified
of course he's jealous. She's out there flirting.
With a hot guy. You're back there crying.
Because you see the psychosis of it. Because she realizes she's much more attractive. She's not really committed to the relationship. So she's flirting, and then he's jealous. And how does that relationship ever survive? And that's why they say that it is a higher risk of divorce if you have that, which I think is kind of basic. I think we don't kind of understand that. Wouldn't fight with that logic.
No.
But that's kind of the way it goes. So what if you're dealing with somebody that is accusing you of cheating and you're not? Jaybird, you said that you got a buddy that is actually kind of dealing with this.
He is. The girl that he's with is accused him of cheating, and he's not cheating. Unless he's lying to me. So he's just telling me.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah, maybe you do.
Okay.
And he's not cheating, and she went through his phone and kind of snooped, and he said, I'm not cheating. I don't know where this is coming from. He said it's coming from out of the blue, and then even when he said he's not cheating, she's still kind of not believing him. And he's at the point where he goes, I know I'm not cheating on her. I'm not doing anything wrong, and she's still not believing me. Do I need to just get out of this situation?
Yeah, relationships are based on trust. If you have somebody that can't trust you and you haven't done anything wrong.
Is this a marriage or is this a boyfriend-girlfriend?
This is a boyfriend-girlfriend that live together.
This guy's in the snack pack, isn't he?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Why don't you back off? No one needs to know the details.
You were just talking about who you were hanging out with.
Her and two other people care. Yeah.
You were just talking about people from the snack pack.
It's not. Stop trying to make drama in the band, Yoko.
She is the Yoko of the snack pack.
Yeah, step off. No, I'm not ruining anyone's life here.
Oh, this is juicy.
But if you're somebody that keeps getting accused of cheating and you're not cheating, to me, if I know in my heart I wouldn't do anything wrong, I'd have to get out of that situation.
Yeah, you can only put up with that for so long before you're just like, forget it then. This person's psycho. They're insecure. Yeah. Insecurity is not sexy.
And maybe
confidence is sexy.
Is it possible she's cheating on him?
That happens
That's
sometimes.
the weird reflexive of it. A lot of times cheaters are always accusing others of cheating. You're like, well, why? Because you're cheating yourself.
It's what they know.
Yeah.
You're right. They think, oh my gosh, this is how the world is. So
everybody's a low-down dirty dog like me.
Everybody cheats. That's the mind frame.
Everybody does not cheat.
That's amen. That is the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So did you bust somebody actually cheating?
I just figured out which guy in the snack pack is being accused of it.
No, you did not. Retraction. This is not. No.
Boy, they're gonna have some problems today.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. Every guy.
Yeah, Jaybird's phone.
Your phone is gonna blow up, literally.
Yeah.
Jaybird, stop talking about my relationship on the radio.
It is not the snack pack.
How did you bust your cheater? Always some great stories because a lot of times cheaters are dumb. Some of them are just like really careless and callous. 877-979-WRMF. Somebody texted and said, my girlfriend is vegan and I figured out she was cheating on me because the guy she was sleeping with ate all my ham and turkey cutlets on several occasions.
Oh, that is
cold. Cold cuts.
That is low down.
That's terrible.
Taking his girl and his meats?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's like the ultimate.
It really is.
I'm going to show you.
It is.
Yeah.
That one hurts my heart.
Mm-hmm. One text said, yeah, he had on scented lip gloss. I don't wear lip gloss, but I do wear lipstick, and he still doesn't know the difference.
That's funny.
And the sad thing is, I know whose lip gloss it was because I bought it for her.
Your friend?
Oh, yeah. That's the ultimate. When it's your best friend or a sibling that is messing around with your girl.
Cut them both.
Wow. That's some crazy stuff. Somebody said, I found a random phone at my place. I checked the camera reel to figure out if I knew some of the people. It had a video of my then fiance having sex with a strange guy. The engagement ring I gave her was still on her hand throughout the entire video.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
What? Could you imagine if you really were in love with that person and you had no idea you were being cheated on, and then you walk into that? That's, to me, that's the worst kind of cheating, when you don't expect it.
Everything would just go fuzzy, and I wouldn't be able to see or hear. I would just be like, what?
Yeah, man. I would wonder how I'd want to confront her about it. Do I let her just get deep into the lie, or do I just when she walks in, I hold the phone up and go, I know what's going on?
When you find this, I think you have to go consult with a friend, and you have to think about it. You don't want to react too fast because you got to protect yourself.
I go right to Dennys.
Reacting too fast can hurt you if you don't get every angle figured out before you confront them.
I go right to Dennys, the restaurant, and eat a ton of pancakes, and then I go to producer Denny's house. I got to eat my feelings. I got to figure it out.
You eat pancakes first?
Yeah.
You don't pick up Dennys and go to IHOP?
I was trying to make a joke. Thanks for dissecting it.
I think it's serious.
Somebody texted in and said, I busted my wife cheating when she didn't come home after an hour at work, and I drove to her work, then saw her car was there, and another employee, when I walked in, said, look, man, I want to get involved.
Oh!
I just want to get involved, man. They can tell what's going down. It's not my fault, man.
Oh, no.
Don't include me.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.
Yeah, well, the nice little weekend we're going to have with beach time and getting out of the pools and all that kind of stuff was kind of ruined for a lot of people. I know some people probably still went out to their pools and all that. In fact, I was trying to get the Queen. I really want to go paddleboarding, and I'm like, it's raining anyway. I'm like, what's the big deal? So, I mean, you're going to be wet for the most part, but I couldn't win on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Mags wanted to ride the jet ski in the rain. I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it.
Well, that's some equipment. I guess maybe I get that. It's you guys just got it.
That's different. You're out in the ocean. Elements
Oh,
are
no,
different.
we don't go in the ocean.
So where do we take the jet ski? In a pool? I don't get it.
I'm going to drop it in the lake back here behind our building where we work. You think they'd be cool?
I would love to ride that thing in our lake. Oh, can we do that?
No. You think the building manager hates us now? Drop a jet ski in that lake and watch him come unglued.
Dog, we do it before hours or during the weekend. We'll talk. Get a couple drinks in, Mama.
We just got to get Kevin to sign off on it.
I know. He's the tough one, the responsible one.
I'd say we drop it in Alligator Canal.
Who's riding it?
I mean,
Bird.
You could ride that thing in that lake right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you absolutely could.
And you wear a chicken costume.
Oh, now you're just making this deal so much better. Costumes, Kev? It's great.
Bird on a chicken costume and Jesse in an alligator-ridden canal.
I think we go viral.
Yeah, I think it's the way to do it. That is definitely, that's more like it.
Oh, everybody would come out of their buildings like yelling at you, but they can't touch you.
You're making me want to do it more.
Yeah, so I was hoping to go out and do some paddleboarding. It was like 9:30, and she's like, oh, it's too late. So many people are going to be out there. I'm like, it's torrential downpour. You think it's going to be crowded doing paddleboarding right now?
I don't think it's crowded in the rain. No.
Yeah, I didn't win, though. So we didn't do it. We stayed home. But yeah, 4 inches of rain fell in an hour in some parts of South Florida yesterday.
It felt like Mother Nature was mad at us or something.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I know we're going from drought conditions. I haven't seen any of the lakes near us. I assume that they're well full of water now. I assume the drought condition is probably about over.
Yeah, so there's little lakes behind me on the Dinky Golf Course, and they were almost bone dry. Now they're getting ready to overflow.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
wow.
It's like feast or famine. We went from not having enough water, now we got too much, and there's an 80% chance of rain today, 60% chance on Wednesday.
Oh, this is a terrible week to start a diet.
It's so wet.
It is. Why is it a terrible week to start a diet?
Because nothing goes better with pizza than a rainy day.
The witch is not lying.
Oh my God.
I'm just reading your mind.
Rain and pizza go so nicely together.
It's going to be hot, too. So they say a high of 85 degrees expected today and 86 on Wednesday.
It's going to be muggy, too.
Yeah, it was already muggy this morning.
That's when the food depression hits. You get all just filled up on pizza, then you got to go walk your dog out in the muggy heat, and you're slugging around going, I ate too much pizza.
I'm fat.
I'm fat.
Fat plus muggy is awful.
It is terrible.
When you're fat and it's muggy, it sucks.
It highlights the sadness.
When you're fat, you want it to be cold, dry, sunny, and crisp.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, but it's definitely getting to be pool weather when it gets to be this hot. Do you like a pool that is cold when you jump in, or do you like when you jump in it feels like bath water?
Bath water.
Really?
Yeah.
I would rather it be warm. I just, because instantly you're going to be too cold to enjoy yourself if it's cold.
You got to just jump in, too. You can't even think about it. That's the way to do it.
There's something I like about it, at least not freezing cold, but a chillier pool, because that way I feel better about there not being pee in it. When I jump into a pool...
That's hot. Hot pee.
It's like body temperature warm. I'm like, all right, what did I just jump into? It kind of weirds me out.
You look in the corner, there's a large man grinning.
I'm that way with jacuzzis. If the jacuzzi isn't hot and it's kind of warm or cool, that grosses me out. And I think grosser things happen in jacuzzis, if you know what I'm talking about.
I would give you $50 to do a cannonball into a jacuzzi with people in it.
I just do it for free for the show. Keep your money.
Come to my community.
Oh, he's going to definitely jump on someone. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
So if you're in a pool, would you want to know who all's peeing in it if you could tell?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I say that.
Would you change your behavior? Would you immediately get out?
Yeah, I don't go in public pools anymore. After that little kid and then the Tamp incident, I can't do it anymore.
No, so no public pools at all, huh?
I'll put my feet in there, and that is it. Because when I swim, I drink too much water when I go under.
Yeah.
Just close your mouth. I mean, Rocco's got it figured out.
It's so easy on paper, but when you get in that thing...
He just immediately, as soon as he goes under, his mouth opens up.
I'm not saying it happens all the time.
I just get thirsty.
It's a chain reaction.
I'm not that dumb. I'm just saying, sometimes I swim hard down there.
This water tastes great.
I thrash around like a snook.
Just opens that mouth.
It's like a snook.
Sweet pea water. All right, coming up, we got the After the Show podcast. We'll probably talk a little bit about Jimmy Fallon's canceled party that is going on today, exactly what is happening with that. And we'll also find out why guys have evolved to have beards. What is the biological purpose of men with beards?
It's not just to enjoy their craft beer better because it savors on their mustache.
Yeah, no, it's not a flavor saver. There's other biological reason, they say.
I got so much beard confusion right now.
I know, right? There's a lot going on. So, interesting stuff we will get to coming up. You can watch it live on Facebook and YouTube here in just about 5 to 10 minutes. It's also always on demand as well. Before we get to that, Jay-Bird, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
It's a rough day today. A lot of equipment broke.
Yeah.
Our patience were tested.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was tough.
This thought goes out to Kevin.
He needs it.
Nice. Thank you. I need a thought.
The soul is stronger than its surroundings.
Ah.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Don't let them break you, Ralston.
I'm doing my best, Virginia. They're trying.
It's close.
Oh, he is frail, like a 90-year-old bone.
You're
Hanging
right.
on by a thread.
Yeah.
Did you miss a segment from the KVJ Show? Find it on kvjshow.com or soundcloud.com/kvjshow.